Hi guys, my name's Johnny Cairns, the writer, producer and director on the Heartless project. When I wrote the script for Heartless, my initial aim was to create my first professional film after graduating from TV and digital film production. But working on it made me realise that it could be so much more. The Heartless project has the potential to help new talent get the kickstart in their career they rightly deserve. Every year, creative students graduate from college and university ready to get into work. They spend years learning the skills and knowledge to succeed in their chosen field, but when they face employment, most of them get shot down and the job is given to someone else. Why is this? Well, firstly, most students and graduates lack evidence of paid work experience that they can show to employers. New graduates will have a few heart-filled projects to showcase, but when competing against an established creative person with lots of paid experience, there is little to compare with. Employers will always select the individual with the most experience, even though a graduate is more than capable of performing the tasks. Secondly, it is very unlikely that a student will have the finances to hire the right people that will make their educational projects the best it can be, and therefore are forced to work with an ultra-low budget to get the job done. In the case of a film, students usually have to rely on inexperienced cast and crew and will probably be working with entry-level equipment, which can make things difficult to produce a well-polished film that will shine through the competition. By generously contributing to this campaign, you can help provide an opportunity to over 20 students and new graduates by giving them the chance to earn a fully commissioned credit for their hard work. Your contributions will also allow them to achieve great publicity through major film festivals, websites and reviews, which will act as a fantastic stepping stone towards future paid work or further education. So, what's the film about? Heartless is the story of how Scottish couple Chloe Reid, a sweet angelic virgin, and Chris Cameron, an unfaithful confident player, celebrate 1 year of being together. Excited, Chloe is on the hunt for a new dress with her friends Ashley and Lisa, and mentions that she is going to sleep with Chris after a romantic meal she is preparing. Simultaneously, Chris is hanging out at the park with his friends Mark and Kev. They joke about how Chris is cheating on Chloe, but Mark, having better morals, has a few words to say about it. Later, the pair sit down to their meal and Chloe states that she is ready to sleep with Chris. After dinner, the two go to the bedroom and make love passionately. Chloe opens up that she loves Chris, but he hesitates when saying it back. The story carries on to Chloe in the bathroom throwing up because she is pregnant with Chris's baby. She calls Ashley and asks to meet her to get pregnancy tests, which show positive results. Chloe goes to Chris's house to break the news, but catches him in bed with another woman. She rushes out of the house and calls Ashley, crying down the phone and telling her what happened. Chris chases after Chloe to try and make amends, but she is repulsed by his actions and storms into the opposite direction. They reach a staircase where Chris is caught up with Chloe and grabs her by the wrist to stop her. Chloe struggles and Chris loses his grip, causing Chloe to fall down the stairs to her death. Chris is shocked and leaves the scene after looking about for witnesses. Panicked, he calls Mark, urgently requesting to meet in the woods. Mark is a law student and Chris seeks his advice on the matter. Mark tells him to admit nothing and Chris manages to get away with manslaughter. Days later, Chloe's funeral takes place and Chris has a confrontation with Ashley and Chloe's brother Steve, who believe he had something to do with the death and threaten him. 3 weeks later, Chris, Mark and Kev are at their usual hangout point in the park, with Amy, Chris's new girlfriend that Chloe caught him in bed with. They talk briefly about Chloe and Chris's unborn baby, and Chris mentions that he wasn't ready to be a dad. Everybody leaves except for Chris, who stays at the park and texts Heather, another girl that he is seeing behind Amy's back. At the same time, a dark hooded figure is looking at a picture of Chloe. A single tear falls in the photograph, and then the unidentified person puts the picture away. Chris is still texting Heather when the figure appears behind him with a knife. The mysterious person sneaks up on Chris without him knowing, and when the knife meets Chris's neck, the person is identified just before Chris gets his throat slit. The Heartless project is for a good cause, and there are some very nice perks awarded to higher paying contributors, because it's nice to give something back to those who help out. Thank you for taking the time to view this campaign, and hopefully the project can throw some light on talented individuals who have worked very hard and deserve to catch their break.